Woman Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome to my channel. So glad to have you here. Okay, so yesterday we talked about Jake Paul, and we're going to do an update on that story because, oh my gosh, there is so much to tell and there is so much to deliver to you on that story. But this is actually another group of YouTubers, or twin boys actually, twin young men. The Stokes twins, they have a channel with 4.81 million subscribers, and these two are in trouble, and I mean serious trouble. Like, Orange County District Attorney released a statement yesterday about a prank these two pulled on in October of 2019. So the Stokes brothers are sort of known on the interwebs for being, I don't know, pranksters. They do videos on their channel, the Stokes Twins, which has 4.81 million subscribers and over 510 million views. That's right, 510 million. That's a lot of millions. So this is what happened. Back in October of 2019, these two posted this video. They were pretending that they were going to loot the banks, let's just say. And in this specific video, they were seen going around to unsuspecting people with their videographer sort of following them in the background. The two of them were mic'd, going up to people, asking them questions about where they could find banks, if they would help them, if they would go on dates with them. They were approaching multiple girls saying, hey, do you want to go on a date with me? Or could you just like help me right now? I need someone to help me go to this place to get some stuff. Going up to unsuspecting people, telling them they wanted to take out, a large deposit from banks. And then they were seen running with duffel bags full of money. And this actually had a lot of people concerned because obviously when you see someone running around, doned in black, ski masks on, they're gonna call the authorities. And that's exactly what happened. So here is what the district attorney actually said. And this was a press release released yesterday. And they wrote, twin brothers star in the YouTube videos featuring pranks on unsuspecting people have been charged with false. Now listen to this. This is the interesting part. False imprisonment and swatting in connection with a pair of fake bank robberies in Irvine that resulted in their Uber driver being held at gunpoint by police. The Uber driver was not involved in the prank at all. So in the middle of all of this, while they were doing a getaway, they actually got into an Uber car and the Uber driver had no idea what was going on. And because authorities had been called, because these two were literally running around town looking like they were doing things that were not legal, the authorities sort of like came up on the Uber vehicle, and it was actually a part of the video. Now the video up until yesterday had been live on their channel. They have now since privated the video. But the Uber driver's car was surrounded, and then the police, obviously thinking he was involved in it, put him in a position where he was scared, right? So they say that Alan and Alex Stokes, 23 of Irvine, have been each charged with one felony of false imprisonment, effective menace and fraud, or deceit, and one misdemeanor count of falsely reporting an emergency in connection with the October 15th, 2019 pranks. So they say that they actually got multiple calls throughout the day where the police had to make contact with them. In the video, they actually see them coming out of the Uber car, and the police actually give them warnings and tell them that they should not continue. Despite that, they kept Uber driver. They ordered an Uber, and when they got in the vehicle, the Uber driver, who was unaware of the prank, refused to drive them. A bystander witnessed this, believing that the two men had just robbed a bank and were attempting to carjack the Uber driver. Irvine police then arrived and ordered the Uber driver out at gunpoint. He was released after police determined that he was not involved. Police issued a warning to the Stokes brothers about how dangerous this was, and they let them go. But then 4 hours later, they say they performed the same kind of prank on the campus at the University of California, Irvine. And they said they received another call regarding another potential bank heist. And so what the district attorney said was, these were not pranks. These are crimes that could have resulted in someone getting seriously injured or even killed. Law enforcement officers are sworn to protect the public, and when someone calls 911 to report an active robbery, they are going to respond to protect lives. Instead, what they found was some kind of twisted attempt to gain more popularity on the internet by unnecessarily putting members of the public and police officers in danger. So basically, what happens, they were arrested, charged, and they both face 4 years in prison for this prank. So obviously, this was a situation where when I watched the video, I was like, who in their right mind would think that this would be the kind of prank that you should do? Like, what legal team, if you had a legal team, would say, yeah, run around Irvine and literally pretend like you are committing a very serious crime? Because obviously, any bystander, as the attorney general or as the district attorney says, is that they are going to literally report that. And then when you have an active crime like that, it's dangerous. And typically, these types of crimes are violent. So you have to, I don't know why. There's a reason why these types of videos are no longer and should not be allowed on YouTube. They shouldn't be allowed prank videos in general are not allowed for monetization anymore. Sponsors should not be allowed to have these types, like sponsors shouldn't be allowed to pay for these kinds of videos either. Jake Paul, another YouTuber that's notorious for these types of videos, he's in trouble right now for a lot of different stuff that we'll catch up on in a little bit. But with this channel, this is their sort of entire identity. Now, yesterday they uploaded a video, maybe unassuming of what was going on. It was a video about eating a bunch of calories, and their comment section was all about what happened with the police. So a lot of them were saying, you better eat those calories before you go into a cell. Comments on theirs left by their subscribers said things like, the Stokes twins charged with this, ha 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 ha. Guess who got arrested and charged with a felony? They're going to be from womb mates to roommates in the cell. This is your last meal before prison. So a lot of people were sort of going through and doing all kinds of stuff on their comments. They have since privated the video, and Alex and his brother Alan have not made any comments about this. They have not responded to any media requests for comments. The video was being widely shared on multiple outlets, and after all of that was out and the video was still appeared to be up, they subsequently privated the video. There are no details about when the next court date is, when the arraignment will be, and whether or not they've been taken into custody. At this point in time, this is the kind of thing where we need to be a little bit more mindful about what we're putting on YouTube. And now it seems as though 2020 is kind of this year of the day of reckoning for this kind of behavior on this platform, because making things like this for entertainment should not be entertainment. This is not funny. These skits aren't cute. They literally put a poor man who was just doing his job, his life in danger. And I feel really bad. I'm sure that Uber driver had a lot of, anxiety from that. Who knows how he still feels about that? That's a very scary experience to have a bunch of police in your face. So we'll see what happens with this. We'll track it as it goes. But for now, what are your thoughts about this current charge? Do you think they'll be convicted? Are you surprised? Do you know anything about these guys? Let me know in the comments below. Bye, guys.